Welcome to Fear Mongering Radio. Heartbeat of the wind. This is your favorite audio addiction. Live, well, or just videotaping, audio taping, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're laying down the audio for the video platform. My name is Jeff, and we're here to talk about some drama. Life and Vibe, thinking she's going to a retainer for $1,000 for a lawyer and fight for the copyright strike. There's ways to fight it if she doesn't write, but some people are just far too arrogant and far too ignorant. And I commented down below, it's like, I don't really view you because your voice can be very grating. I'm just, you got to learn to close your mic. But, you know, day 25, threatening people on live streams. I saw that. I was listening. I happened to come across. I'm like, oh, God, what's his name was on there? Whining and pissing, more the super fan of lovely and talented kid behind the camera. We're going to do the Heartbreak of the Wind song. We'll see what it, Heartbeat of the Wind. We'll make one as we're live here. I did one for my troll friend who likes to repeat what I say. I simply tell him, build a bridge and get over it. He's like a troll under the bridge. Go watch the video there, sir. He, she, it, whatever. Go watch Troll Under the Bridge. I told that to Karl with a K. Go watch it. I've been underneath there, and as I go under the bridge, me and Karl, he's there. Trolling right along, repeating what I'm saying. He's going to die on his feet instead of living on his knees. What's his name? Has done now, changed his name. Calling out Donald J. Trump, the hunch, his behaviors. Used federal property to do a commercial for Elon Musk. He can't drive in the first place, and he knows it, but you know he's not buying dilly squat. Could tell they're both other elements. Saw a sign on 100 saying, "Save the VA." I think BlindViews, if you're out there eye for an eye, simply he needs to be in a brown shirt for the Nazi Party. BlindViews does. Defending the hunch. J6 wasn't a big deal, I guess, when a guy was murdered in cold blood. Was Love's Aftermath. Let's get into some of this right over here. Laminate of Accents. It's under ambient. Sad. I think I've done something before, but they're kind of cool. It is what it is, and it is what it will always be. As I come to you, commercial, music-free, sponsor-free podcasting, as usual. I don't ask for any money whatsoever. I know that people are asking in Life of Vibe. That one lady over 60 was, I saw the video today, crying because her car's all effed up in here in Minnesota and looking for a job. Karl decided didn't want to work. Now cut his hair. He just don't want to do it. I know what job it was. I don't blame the guy. He's a grown-ass man. He can do as he pleases, do as he must. Maybe we'll go for Karl. We'll get him on, and he can explain the behaviors, but I don't know. Here in Fear Mongering Radio, we went to the sports show. Did 10 videos. 8 on the adventure, 2 for this channel. It took me about 45 minutes to get all 10 of them up. Highlight. Boom, boom, I'll go the lights. They'll be out in late August for the Adventure channel. Speaking of adventure, Wonder Husty went to Bogota. I knew she could demonetize when she showed a dead body, and then she showed some marijuana leaves and some cocaine stuff. It's like, it's not going to work, girl. It took her forever to do the video. I'm going to St. Martin in April, again with the lovely and talented Warden. And I'll do videos and show the beach, whatever, downtown. Make it simple, point and shoot. BlindViews, Road Hard Parade. He's triggered. Life and Vibe was live when he was, and he didn't make his nut begging for money like Steel Told Tard Show. Oh, land of the dead. But anyways, as I speak to you on the download over on YouTube, no to the audio version on the video platform here on Spreaker, Sprocker. We appreciate all the views and the listens on both channels. If you've seen videos pissing and moaning about YouTube, it's not like it used to when I was first on here. Now there's live creaming and streaming and creaming and yelling and hollering. I work for a living, about 800 miles in 2 weeks, 1,700 miles on the baby girl. Tomorrow I'll rise at 1:30 in the morning. I'll be downtown St. Paul about 4:20 for a couple of parties at Nickel, the local jamboree and hoodanny. I'll get some FU money. My own. I work for my supper, doing some fabricating and stuff for Rugburn at $300 an hour. I feel sorry for people that need to make money on YouTube and piss and moan and ask for money. Us Republicans, we work. Liberals ask for money. E-begging, as BlindViews has been doing, counting people's money on his live stream, ranting and raving about Timmy, who he doesn't watch. That, ladies and gentlemen, and you can quote me, is a bold-faced lie. And lying then or lying now. But as I speak to the download, there's a lot of Vietnam guys sharing my Twitter what they went through for a war that took 58,000 plus. Forgotten. We have one that's supposed to end all wars. In World War II, when we were attacked and dragged in by the Japan, and they dropped to their knees and they apologized on the mighty Mo. And as we went and they stormed those beaches, we snapped the necks, the Krauts, and we freed the Jews of Tienering. They went to Berlin and he cowardly took his own life, him and his lovely wife, and their souls went to hell. Valkyrie is a good movie because he realized, very good movie, underrated. Wanted to take him out. They realized it was wrong. They weren't brainwashed like people get brainwashed on this video platform. And also Donald J. Trump. Those are the wars. They have balls the size of basketballs. And yes, they do have ovaries the size of oak trees. And the men and women in blue. And God bless the working class as they cover for you domestic and abroad. It's the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Merchant, the National Guard, Coast Guard, the Air Uniform. On behalf of myself and Speculation Sports, we speculate you and all the board members. We thank you for your service to this country. You've sacrificed at the altar of freedom. Thank you so much. Without you, I'm speaking Japanese or German, Gumkopfen. I'd be eating Rubens and Rachel's. We have a big Jewish population in here. I did my thing way back when, 7th grade, and he told me I can't report on something that never happened. My only wish was just a movie. It'd be nice. That's their problem, not mine. You are your choices in life. My dad always told me, know the different mistake and choice. When you make good choices, you're in a good place. When you make poor choices, you are who you run with in life. All of a sudden, you're in shitty areas. Not making any living off the government. Like Dave, 25, I love to take money out of the Blind Trust and buy that house out there in Bristol, Rhode Island. Who doesn't know where Block Island is, and buy it and walk down those stairs and walk up to him and get the F out of here. You have exactly 3 hours to vacate this house that I own and to go get a J-O-B. Be Slumber Ballads. Plain and simple. It'd be nice. Yeah, your choices. I mean, safe sex an issue. Quote this: you want to give them a thrill, get on the pill. You go into the trench, put on a trench coat. Every drop counts. All of a sudden, you're the father. You're the father, the child after you. F the whore in the back seat. Bang the sled on the couch, and you made love on the bed, and all of a sudden, she's preggo. Women, you carry the groceries. When the father runs off, AIDS will kill you. Herpes will last forever. Gonorrhea, needle in the penis. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, that hurts. Listen to me. Please put a condom on. And don't drink and drive. Call someone or you will murder. Call Jamie C. Call Zane B. Call Butt Cheek Sports. He's a cop down in L.A. Sports City Chefs no longer on Blog Talk because it closed the 31st day of January. Missed that place. Trolling, calling into shows. The old days. A lot of good friends there. They're long gone, as the song says, by George Thorogood, the Delaware Destroyers. Jim Schuler. He's too poor to die. The man has an IOU to the devil. You see him, say his son. Cowboy says hello. Billy Blau, Jeff Simon, Buddy Leach. And the man that drinks with the band, that's all he does. His name is George Thorogood. And they're from Delaware. It's the Delaware Destroyers. They're all board members of a SPAC. But anyways, yeah, like I said, calls to murder someone. And like I said, the cheese here, remember that, the condom, right? It's a condom, so make sure we use that at all costs. Put one on. So, never hurts to repeat it, right? But anyways, how are you? Friday night, St. Patty's Day weekend, green beer. They call the river in the city of organized crime. Be drinking and driving, murdering people, trust me. A big bunch of people in downtown St. Paul. They have a big parade. People act like they're from Ireland. St. Patty's Day. Be another day for the cowboy, another day of work. Four-letter word for some people. They're supposed to be Republicans, but asking for gear and money. Sources that roll in here. Spotify would pay me, appreciate it. Apple Podcasts, Podtrack, iHeartRadio Network, Spreaker, Apple Media, iVox, Chrome, CastBox, and Podcast Addict. United States, Spain, and Kingdom, Australia, Canada, gonorrhea, Israel, let my people go. Japan, Nigeria, Norway, and Russia. Well, I'm a man who will fight for your honor. See, Minnesota Champlin, your return 2 for Minneapolis. Up in Washington, Seattle, Emerald City, Nebraska, Omaha, Grand Island, down in Arizona, Phoenix, with Arizona Ingrid. Gonzalez is in Louisiana. My wife is looking at to fly into Smelly City and drive down to Orange Beach. For both, it's $420. Down in Florida, Port Charlotte, Orlando, Mickey area, and Land O'Lakes. Pennsylvania, City of Battleship, not once but twice. The Ohio Hill, the home of a state of fat boy who's been gone. Kentucky is Bennington. Wisconsin, Eau Claire. Look at Canada, what are you guys doing these days? Smithers once. Ontario's Toronto once. Oh, But we always thank everybody that takes their time out of their day to consume me. Let's see, this one sounds like
whispers dance through the trees at night. A song so soft it feeds the light. It hums the tales of where it's been. The heart beats steady of the wind. Through deserts dry.
Let's see, this one is Heart of the Wind. Gives you two of them, acoustic and
whispers dance through the trees at night. A song so soft it feeds the light. It hums the tales of where.
Not bad. I mean, both have can be legit. Let's get back to the music. I play music, but I don't sit there and just fill the time. I dig playing those once in a while. But so anyways, so yes. Welcome. Went to sports show. Did 10 videos. I crushed for Christ 2 of them here. And put 8 up on the other channel, which will be out end of August, beginning of September for the Adventure channel. And it took me about, 45 minutes for all 10 of them. Got home, put my Facebook pictures up for my calendar and whatever. I saved a few for my own little calendar for my sister and a lady I work with. And then put the 2 up for this channel. One up yesterday, go up tomorrow, Saturday. And then the other 8 were 3 and 3, and then 2 in the morning. And I put the thumbnail up there, and then I got to work. I had a chance. I highlight all of them, boom, over the lights. Good old point and shoot. But anyways, Chinese tonight. Beautiful weather here in the great state of Minnesota. Beyond approach. Really, really nice. So yes, I do have a young man. I made a song for the youngster. He or she or it, a troll, and likes to repeat what I say. I guess that's kind of strange. I guess I don't know. Whatever. It's kind of weird. Whatever it may be, and making quoting. I get it. He's just pushing it out, but I don't know if he gives me a like or not. But it's just kind of like okay. But I'll tell this troll. I told the Karl, whoever you are, he or she or it, whatever, if you're 15 or 55 or 25, he's probably about 35 and in the basement. I have no idea. It's usually this kind of behavior takes a time to come back and forth to someone that's maybe doesn't really work and probably doesn't have a car and just, in his 20s, whatever, just maybe early 30s and, a mundane troll job at Burger King or something like that to the effect. If you're going to come and troll a video, see the same thing over and over again, it's something that's just... I may be an outlet for this person. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I've been trolled by better, but and been whatever it may be. Been through a lot of troll wars, and I get it. So I wrote a song for the youngster. Pretty good song. You want to know when the next one was coming out? He or she, the troll did. I'm like, well, probably tomorrow tonight. Lay it down with the archive. Call the show. Call the show. Call the show. And I mean, call the show. But kind of funny. I do think it's hilarious that this behavior goes on, but it is what it is. But kind of busy week. Sports show, like I said, it was Thursday through Sunday. I got that out of the way. I got 2 free tickets in the mail from, I think, when I signed up for something. So I gave one to somebody else. You have a ticket? The guy came. I said, "Here, it's a free ticket." Kind of looked at me. Kind of looks at me. Yeah, you're saving yourself $15. So it's just $20 for parking. I was going to pay it forward. I was going to sell it to somebody. I said, "Here you go, free ticket, man. Go on in." It was fun. Saw a lot of RVs and place you go camping in Canada. People buying lures and stuff, and there was some good food there and all that kind of behavior. Hang on, take my shirt off. Hang on. Anyways, supposed to have a long sleeve Dallas Cowboys shirt. I went for a walk. It's like 70 degrees today here, man. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and be like down. They're going to get Bemidji, Minnesota is going to get a shitload of snow, so kind of up and down. So we don't have much snow left. The lake is starting to come off the ice. So anyways, so Dave 25, we'll get this out of the way. You guys have been listening for the Hater Club, Bohemian Hater Club. great about the song REO Speedwagon. But he was hating on people, I guess. So threatening people. Type in Steve Billings someday, and you'll see what the live streamers do at night. Dave was on this afternoon. I was effing off for like 3 hours at work after I had lunch at Costco. I just effed off. Recycled some stuff. I think I made $400 in recycling this week. Nothing. I bought some steel in and some crap in, whatever it may be, and it was just F off. I mean, I drove like a banshee. I left an hour early yesterday to go to the show. So there's State Patrol. He left early, literally just effed off and surfed the internet, read all kinds of articles and watched some YouTube shorts and whatever it may be. So he was threatening Billings, I guess, and so they're going to call the cops on him in Rhode Island. It's like, why are you wasting good suffering on douche? I'd try to help the guy. He's a racist little pig, just like the View guy is. Needs to be in a Photoshop into a brown shirt. Praising the king. For some reason, the J6 not a big deal. I get burning down cities is wrong, but the J6, they murdered people. And one lady got shot because she was going to go in. They put a bullet in her head. And why the president sat by and idly watched, but he's going to make excuses. But douche it is what it is. So, from what I understand, okay, I listened to BlindViews. I'll kind of in another truck this morning. Like I was talking to Karl, right? And my nephew went through this all the time because I've saved my money. We've always lived well. She makes good money. I make good money. My brother, who died 12, always told Uncle Jeff has money. So he would always expect me to buy things. And when we would go out with my mom or something, I'd buy her dinner. And he'd look at me. I'm like, you're a grown-ass man. You're a Marine. Well, you can afford it. And I said, don't count my money. I've said many, many people, don't count my money. Okay? But, so I guess when it was interesting to listen to BlindViews get triggered because he has said, he doesn't listen to Timmy, but what does he talk about the almost entire live stream, which made me laugh? He did mention Tater, but he literally just, the whole hour and 15 minute or whatever it was, live stream, I talk about people, yes, but he sits there above the garage, pissing and moaning about Timmy, who I don't know anybody in their right mind would watch this guy. And I know that Nelly, not Nelly, but what's his name, Daniel is down there stalking him in grand tradition, I guess. So that's kind of hilarious. But he's down there being the goofball that he is. He's down there hanging out, trolling right along, looking for him. Kind of funny. Be interesting if he does meet up with the guy or just drive around, follow him where he goes from a distance. So that's Daniel, New York Daniel. He's hanging out in the outskirts, doing whatever he's got to do, right? It's kind of funny. Just like the troll that's in my chat room all the time and down there in the notes. Following every single audio and video, making comments. This never stops. Go watch the video, Troll Under the Bridge. And you'll understand what I'm saying. You'll understand. But BlindViews, to me, is triggered because he went outside. What's the fake blind guy doing? I want to tell you right now, I'm not saying I'm good looking, but I wouldn't go outside. If I saw that guy walking around town, I think he's a homeless guy. He's some roadie that escaped from a kiss function or something. He doesn't look good outside. Just doesn't. He looks out of his element. He's sitting in the office, and he was talking about point and shoot. But I don't need to be entertained. I like information. You can make me laugh on YouTube. But I enjoy making videos. I'm a point and shoot kind of guy. It makes it more of a real video instead of cutting it and cutting out and whatever else. And it's more fun. But he was counting the money of people when I guess you get paid, right? Whatever it is, when you have $100, they pay you, and people go out and buy stuff. It's like he's jealous that people make money. And then his little begathon, he was funny because Life and Vibe was going to live stream. He talked about it. So people were leaving the live stream. So he's like, okay, people are leaving. When I live streamed on my adventure channel the other day from my radio one, I had one person coming and going, two, nobody. But I was there to make a point. But what he does, beginning, he says hello, everybody. It's to him, it's like being in a bar. It's a social night on Thursday night on the alleged BlindViews, who is not blind. He may be short-sighted, but he's not blind. My brother-in-law is blind, okay? Can't see a damn thing. So he's not blind. Maybe legally, but not officially, okay? It's like, are you pregnant or not, right? Are you in love, or do you love the person, all right? Let me see here now. But but he was in the live stream. He's always said, I don't watch Timmy, but if you listen to that 50 minutes of that live stream was about Timmy. He talked a little about Tater. You know, I know Tater came out with I didn't say I saw the title that he put the flip. He put a trailer on the back of it. It's too long. That's going to make it worse. He's going to realize wherever he's going with it, he's going to hit something. He's going to get pulled over someday too as well. He better have air brakes endorsed, because you got to have that when you drive those things. I'm air braked endorsed. You have to have that on there. So I don't think he is. If he's going to hit something, I don't care what he does, you know. But we know that the BlindViews will do one. The king of the haters will. But he was counting the people's money. Yeah, people want to buy stuff. So what? But he was on there. He reminded me of Sports City Chefs when he would beg for money, and he had to make a certain, not every night, every afternoon, in the morning he'd yell and holler. He had to make a certain nut. So he's an e-beggar, what he is, like it or not. You know, he's supposed to be a Republican where you work for your supper, like I do. So I don't know why anybody would give any of these people on YouTube money. I don't care if it's Life and Vibe. Okay, she's looking for money to fight some of the strikes, which she could do it correctly. How you respond back to YouTube is how they pick up on things. Okay, but it was pretty interesting to hear him piss and moan about a person that he doesn't watch anymore. But the one video he did, what's the fake blind guy? That's after what I've been always saying. He blocked me. He blocked me on both my channels. I've been blocked. I can't make comments anymore because I've made comments and he was getting all pissy. So I can't comment on him anymore. I can't comment on his stuff, and I'm not going to like or dislike the thing. I mean, if he did something good, I'd like it, but I'm not going to do it. If I can't speak and give him crap, he doesn't deserve a like or a dislike. But it's his usual behavior. It's Timmy or it's Tater. And then walk around outside, turn his back to camera with music. Boy, I'm so happy for you. You have nothing better to do but sit there and edit. Like I said, I did 10 videos. It took me an average of 45 minutes to get all 10 of those video both channels of my time. Let's just say under an hour to get all 10 of them up on both channels and the thumbnail and gone. Doesn't take that much. Yeah, I can learn how to edit. What for? There are many videos lately, people giving up on YouTube. They think they can make money. But he is so triggered by what I say, because I talk, and also I videotape the guy. I could talk about him while I'm walking around. Again, you just don't look good out in the daylight sun. Sorry, honey. I really, you rode hard and put away wet. It's just not going to happen. Okay? It's just not going to happen. It's pretty epic. But he pissed and moaned about Sarasota Tim. he forgets that he said he doesn't watch the guy, but then he gets on a rampage and he starts counting people's money and pissing about what Timmy does. I don't know why you'd watch the guy. And then Life and Vibe is bitching about his medical behaviors. And if anybody, who cares? Look at that one lady from here. She's 60, and I watched her video today, and she broke down crying because of her car and what it was. And I listened to it. I get it. Because that's a good way to get money from people. And what's your address? I'm going to send it to you. It's a former drive bag. I get you a problem with the car, sweetheart. I get it. She's a nice lady. She's from Minnesota. I told her, I said, I have a free ticket. If she wanted to meet me at the show, I would have gave it to her, but she never responded back because I don't think she doesn't respond to her view. I sent her an email too, but whatever it may be. So I think she's a nice lady. She's very sweet. But it's pretty funny on BlindViews, Rode Hard, Put Away Wet, pissing and moaning, and I'm triggered. I'm in his head. That's why he walked around. Turns his back to the camera, walks around. Amazing. All of a sudden, I can see. Oh my God, I'm not blind. I can walk around and talk and turn my back and create. You could edit the video and then plus ask for money. Okay, he's a simple liberal. He's an e-beggar. Okay, e-beggar. That's what he is. You don't see that stuff at you on my channels. Past. But it's just kind of funny how he was counting other people's money. Because, if these YouTubers want to buy stuff, that's their business. That's a little fast here. Let me see something here. Somatic. What's with restless heart? Go somatic. Restless heart. But it was pretty hilarious, because then he was mad at the end because people were leaving to go listen to Life and Vibe, right? They would listen to her young ass, because he mentioned that if she continues on Thursday, which I was her, I'd go right over him. I'd go right over his young ass. God damn, these things are just too. No, I'm gonna go. We're going way over. No. Let's go. Let's way over. We'll go back to 5 of a kind. That's too. I thought it'd be a little better than that. There you go. Like it. Just you can hear it in the background, but you don't want to overdo you. But she was going live last night because it's the social hour, and I was telling Karl these long ass videos with her voice. I mentioned in there. I said, "Good luck." So we'll transition to her. Because it was pretty funny how he could tell he was pissed because he didn't make his nut, because he couldn't go very long because people were leaving. So he's mad at her. Because if you turn on him, if she would continue to go live and not mention him, he'll get pissed. If she starts making money, because he'll be watching, trust me. If people are giving her money for her little her thingamajig here, she wants to get a lawyer, that's going to piss him off. That's going to piss off the king. Because he's promoted her, so she's getting more views than he is. I'm sorry, she needs to close her mic, because the voice is just too much, and I'm not going to listen to 2 hours of screeching. I'm not going to do it. She can get a simple boom mic in the back and plug it in, and they're just perfect. They're perfect mics. I've got one. Dave got one. They're inexpensive. You can get them on wherever else. They plug in the back of your computer, and she can be closed, and you don't have that high shrieking sound. But again, so she did a video, and then I heard that from Karl that she's trying to raise money, and I commented down below that she's wants to get $1,000 retainer. Okay, that's fine. I know. I've been my mother retainer to talk to my mother alone was $2,000 to sit down with her, or my auntie. They did do pro bono if it was something really they liked, but their wage was, I don't know, $400 an hour. they're not just going to go. It isn't like you're hiring a cook to cook in your restaurant at $20 an hour. I don't think she realized what she's getting into and then how much money you're going to give this woman. I mean, she's a sweetheart, but she's so obsessed with Sarasota Tim and his health problems, whatever, because I get she's a nurse. I understand that. But it's this obsession of her doing these, I'm going to go to this long pretty house, you know. Oh my God, Timmy, I am on to you. Oh my God, it means, oh my God, it's kind of Monty Python, the flying circus. Oh my God, oh, Sarasota Tim in his eyes. Oh, I need money. You got to give me money. I need money. Please send me money for my $1,000 retainer, and I'm going to go after him, and I get his channel taken away. Because I guess a few of the lawyers told her no. Was it Karl told me? They told her no. So some chick is going to blow smoke up her ass and then say, okay, this is what's going to cost me to do this per hour. Do you have it? It's just not a 1 hour make a phone call or shoot a letter off to somebody. Let's say you want someone to shoot a letter off, a lawyer writes you, here's $100 to a lawyer. He or she writes it up and sends to somebody. I get that. It's cease and desist, whatever that may be. This is something you're going to have to file in a court of law. I think she lives in Virginia, where they're going to file it, or in California where YouTube is, and this is what you want to fight, okay? People have to do that behavior, okay? And it's just not as easy as she thinks it is, okay? It's not as easy as she thinks it's going to be. It just amazes me that she's going through this behavior. She, like I said, she seems like a nice lady. But after a while, the end of the day, it's like, good Lord, man. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. But I don't really view you, girl. I've viewed you a few times before. I know of you. That she likes to, piss him on. Let's see if Karl, the hater Karl's in the building. Yeah, Ted Nugent. Greedy. What's wrong with the RV industry? Why so many nightmares? Liz Amazing. Why? Why, sweetheart? Because they don't care. They don't care. Let's see if Karl's in the building. Told that troll to call the show. Call the show. Karl, we're coming for you.
Hey, what's up?
Thanks for calling in to Fear Mongering Radio. How are you? How's it going?
Good, I got you. What's up?
Not much. I'm just talking about your what do you say? Anyways, but just speaking of, I'm talking about your uncle, the fake blind guy, and the stream that he did yesterday. He didn't make his nut, and he was counting the money of other people. All right.
He's upset. A lot of shit's going wrong for him.
What?
He's upset. A lot of shit's not going the way he wants it to go.
Right. Well, I mean, you come on the show, and we talk, and
Life of Vibe did her live.
That was absolutely hilarious. Because he said that, I'm like, oh. And then she went, because at the end, just the way he said at the end, well, I didn't make my nut. He didn't make what he had to, whatever he was expected to make last night didn't materialize because people were leaving the live stream. So he was all pissed off about that. People were leaving, and she was live. If I was you, I'd do the same thing every Thursday night because if she continues to do that, that'll piss him off. That'll piss him off because that's his night.
Yeah, it's been his night for a long time.
So if let's say you started live streaming on Thursday nights, right around his time, that would just piss him off. And people go over there. I would love to see her live stream every Thursday night because then he can't do his 2-hour streams looking down, asking for money. People give him money. He says thank you all the time. And it was funny. So I don't know what in his head he wanted for money, but it wasn't enough. So he was all upset.
Yeah, I don't know what his nut is.
Yeah, whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but he's still, I don't even agree or disagree. But him going outside does not look good out in the sun. He just doesn't look that good,
It's not flattering. It's you know, is if you were in TV or whatever, you can tell him, no, that's not good.
No, I mean,
But he knows it.
right. But but if I saw him walking the street, I'd say there's a homeless guy who's escaped from the crazy farm. I'm not saying I'm good looking, neither are you, but I can be presentable. I mean, he's got the beater shirt on, he's walking around with glasses, and he's just cruising around with a camera. And it's like, who the hell is this guy? Because he doesn't want to leave the house. I mean, you know, I felt sorry for his caregiver, has to drive him around town to get him to his little places. You know what I'm saying? But so there's been a lot of trolling. There's a troll out there I wrote a song for today. I wrote a song for Biscuit and Gravy guy who likes to come to my videos, and he wanted to know if I was going to.
I saw that.
Yeah, and he liked it.
Yeah, I saw it.
And he made comments on the other video today that he wanted to know if I was going to interview you about your job. And I just said, listen, he just decided he didn't want to do it. Nothing about cutting his hair, you know. They're saying you can't keep a job, okay? You're over the age of 21, are you not?
Last time I knew, working a job was voluntary.
And he goes, you called him a beta cock? Yeah, I called him a beta cock when you were in Las Vegas. You couldn't get a cigar. I called you a beta cock. That's not a big deal. It's, you know, it's just something.
And I didn't care. You called me a liar. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know. I've called you a beta cock. I've called you a liar. I type in all lies. I say that your little brother is down there in Florida behind a green screen.
Yeah.
It's a bold-faced line, but it's fun, right?
That's because we're grown-ass adults and we have fun. We're not trying to be on sides and get people fighting just to make begging money.
Exactly. I mean, I don't ask for a damn thing, so I really don't know. But they claimed, I saw that in, what's his name, Grifters Anonymous, his new channel. Someone said that you can't hold a job and those two should do you two should do a podcast. What does that have to do with anything? I wouldn't even respond to it. I'd just say, geez, thanks, or something, which I always do. But,
well, we work multiple jobs.
Right. I mean, you know, it's just...
You work multiple jobs. I work multiple jobs. Yeah. So you're just talking one job out of 5.
I mean, I stocked during COVID when they cut me to 30 hours. They back paid me because they would have me occasionally. I was working 30, so I worked because the airport cut me loose. To do something to keep me busy, I worked at the grocery store, which I liked. It was fun, but then 11 months later, when COVID came away, they put me back on 40, and then the airport had me come back, and I quit. You know, it was fun. But I go into, right now I see a pallet in a grocery store, and I get cringe because it was fun work, but also hard work to stop.
Yeah, because during COVID, I took up a job at a gas station.
Yeah.
It's just across the street.
Yeah, and that's fun. I mean, I did apply at Home Depot, and I applied at Lowe's, and I applied at Menards, and they kind of, you know, hemmed and hawed, and they called me, the grocery store. I called it 2 different grocery stores. And the other one called me, and then when they hired me over the phone, the other one called me within 10 minutes. I said, I just got hired. Well, what can we do? I said, nothing. I went in, I talked to the guy, and I said, because it was a headhunter who reached out to me on my resume. And then I went there, and the other guy said, sure, love to have you. Come on in for an interview. And, you know, I told him he wanted me to work in the meat department. I said, I'm not a butcher. Butchers used to make good money when I was younger. I'm not a butcher. I want an easy job, stock shelves, and talk to people. You know.
Yeah, like at Sam's, they're just cutting up, you know, cuts of meat that have already been cut. Like
right.
The ribeyes, they get the whole lot and they cut that, but they're not cutting the cat. They're not cutting the cow.
Oh, they want. A friend of mine way back when in the 80s. I'm from a wealthy family. He wanted to be a butcher. He went to a school in Ohio to be a butcher because he wanted to be a good butcher. But I stocked shelves. I had fun doing it. You know, and whatever your job was, you decided to say, F it. It's not what I want to do. Not because you won't cut your hair. They wouldn't have hired you unless they said cut your hair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They would have said, no, you're not doing it unless you cut your hair. But just people get so involved, you know, because you said you quit, which is not a big deal. But people love to make comments on his videos and my videos and say, you know, it's like, he's a grown man. I said, I'll probably call the guy tonight and we'll get the horse's mouth on here, you know?
Yeah, you and I are like comment away, negative or positive. It don't matter to me.
Yeah.
In fact, the negative ones are more fun.
I know. That's why I love the one troll has been trolling my audios, repeating what I say all the time. And he's dying on his feet. So be it. Have at it, man. It's just weird, but it is what it is. So he was all concerned about that, and I called you. Yeah, I called him a beta cock. So what? I've been called worse by better people, But
Keeps reminding me I got to stop by a smoke shop to get a decent cigar.
there you go.
I keep going to gas stations, and now all they have is like the Swisher Sweets and stuff. But I know I don't like those. So
I like the switch.
I want to get a bigger one.
I just like the basic basic cigars. When I go to the Caribbean, they have strawberry ones and grape ones and really good ones. So I usually buy like 2 or 3 boxes. I smoke a couple when we walk around town on the beach. After dinner, we walk on the beach and I have a cigar. So, and they have a couple of nice Cubans that you can buy for like $8. Because we were in what's that town? Puerto Rico, and those guys were rolling right there in front of you and hand them to you for like $10. They're so good. They're rolling
them on really pretty girls' thighs and stuff.
Oh yeah, well, with that golf course,
what they say.
The golf course that the Hunch bought a long time ago, and it was in Florida. He bought it before he was the president. It was in bankruptcy. It was called the hell was that golf course he bought? It was in bankruptcy. The Doral. It was a really cool, and a little guy told me from Oak Ridge there was a Cuban lady rolling cigars right there in the clubhouse. Right there, she was rolling these huge Cubans, and they would last you for like 3 holes. They were so big, and she was just, whatever it was, $10-12 for a cigar, and it was just this fresh cigar. Because a lot of the guys in Puerto Rico would be guys your father's age, have a little shop that they're in a woman's store in the corner rolling cigars. And the same thing in St. Martin. When you get off the ship, there's a couple that has a cigar place. They roll cigars, and you can get Cubans allegedly in St. Martin, so you can get a lot of good cigars. When you go to St. Martin and you come back home, there's just the cigars are so good. There's so many selections. So, but yeah, it was. When you think Life of Vine, you being a lawyer, do you think she's going to be wasting her money on this behavior?
Yes. Much so. I mean, the lawsuit she's talking about with multi-state parties, all the shit you could argue, especially if you had really good counsel and there's money involved.
Right.
It'd be like a $80,000 lawsuit.
Right.
And she's got to front that. She's not going to get... And even if she wants him to pay her attorney fees, which wouldn't happen.
No, it wouldn't happen.
Because we're not in England. He can't pay him. He would just declare bankruptcy, and they'd be done.
Right. It's just like if you get in trouble, right? And you go in for embezzlement. They throw you in the hooskow. They fine you. They say pay back the $120,000 plus fines. You're never going to pay that back. It's not going to happen. Okay, Karl, you're going to jail for 10 years. You got to pay back the $30,000 plus your fines. Everything else is $200,000. Okay, great. You're never going to pay it back, okay? I mean, it's just not going to happen. I hear that all the time. Okay, great. Karl just got fined. He owes the state $300,000. It's not going to happen. It's not. Right. It's not going to happen. So, I get it. I made a comment down there, and she goes, "You viewing? I'm not viewing your audios. I'm not viewing her videos with that high pitched voice for 2 hours. I'm not going to do it." I mean, I get it. She's so...
If she was talking about something I wasn't interested in, I wouldn't watch her.
Right. But she's just a high-pitched voice. And it's like, then she thinks she can... Because I know she's a nurse. I don't care about his eyes. I don't... you do a quick breakdown of it, and what's going on with your little brother out there, Daniel, New York Daniel. What's going on with him?
Well, Tim's a big fraidy cat. He took off to JJ's in the Villages.
Really?
Because he knows Dan's in his town. Yeah, like he's scared of Dan.
Why, did he say something or what?
Yeah, and then he did a video where he said he didn't want to meet him.
He did, huh?
He doesn't think that's financially responsible for his channel or something like that. I mean, I'm putting words in his mouth, but that's basically what it comes down to. that his channel doesn't require him meeting with people that disagree with him.
He's not smart enough to do an interview with him, because New York Dan would be excellent at that behavior. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, and there's been a person that offered him $500 to debate his Social Security stance, and of course he wouldn't do it.
Of course,
he'd get torn up.
Yep.
You know, but you know, he's got his stick. He's just an old guy living in a trailer, trying to convince old people that that's what life's all about. You'll have a great life, and everything will be rosy. And he doesn't live that life, but he says he does. He's over there living with some chick in a condo until he gets sick of her, and then he's got the best thing, because if he gets sick of her, he can just tool out to his trailer. So she can't control him. So
he actually acknowledged him, huh? That's pretty hilarious. That's pretty funny.
And not in a straightforward way, but yeah, he acknowledged him. And he called out Johnny Vivento, that guy in Mexico I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And so I told Johnny Vivento, congratulations, man, you really earned that. So he called out Vivento. I'm sure Vivento will get a lot more subscribers and views out of it. And I think it's cool to have somebody in the debate that's supporting it.
Right. That's
it gives you somebody to talk to.
Correct. Yeah, he would never debate the Social Security, because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He would, because I've debated with people about Trump all the time at work. We go back and forth. I have a very good friend of mine. We've done it. We do it. My nephew is more of a liberal, and we're in the middle. I'm in the middle. But me and him always come to a great agreement. We talk like two grown-ass men. But, he would, of course, Tim would never do that, because he's going to look like a fool.
Well, just like BlindViews, as Social Security goes, he's a one-trick pony.
Yep.
He says this one size fits all, this Social Security solution.
Right.
It's not that simple.
No, it's not at all. It's all dependent. I mean, it's
You can be married, you can make money, you can not make money, you can be disabled. There's lots of different things.
Well, I worked with a friend of mine at the airport years ago. He was an overnight driver, just a nice guy, probably in his late 60s. He had a pension from some company, and he couldn't make over. He was working just 3 nights a week, making, like, at the time, $12 an hour. And he couldn't make any more money because of his pension, and he had to quit. I'm like, really? The guy wants to work for him to keep himself busy, because he smoked like a chimney. Yeah. I don't know if he's still alive, but he was pissed. He worked because his wife had passed away, and he loved working the overnights, and he would help his brother do the paper route in the morning, and they'd give him a little cash. But he was working 3 nights a week at whatever it was, making a little finger money, and the pension people told him, nope, making too much money. I mean, it's like, really? That's a bunch of BS.
Yeah, that's where you got to get some side hustles that just pay in cash.
Correct. That's what caddying's for, and that's what other things. Me doing my stuff with the computer. There were putting side hustles out there, but it's just too bad the guy wanted to keep busy. He was being punished by his pension. My pension will be about $2,800 when I retire, give or take.
Yeah, that's how I found Tim. I'm trying to figure out if I should just keep working full time, or if when I get 62, just work part time and have the Social Security as the others.
Right.
The other, but then do I want to have more than that, or is that enough?
Right.
I don't know. I don't have to decide that anytime soon.
Right. It comes down to what person wants to do. Not one size fits all. It's just whatever job you want to work, whatever. I did see the local girl we talked about, over 60 girl. She started crying today in a video because her car broke again. And
oh yes, I saw. Man, she almost made me cry.
Yeah, and I get it. She was pissed because they overfilled the engine. The idiots that did it. How do you overfill a car with oil? I don't know how that happens when that's your job. But I think they finally fixed it. But it's just that pissed me off to see her cry. I was like, man,
Yeah. But it's not just that. She's had like 10 things go wrong right in a row.
I mean,
it's just bang, bang, bang. She gets up, bang.
Yeah, I'd hire that woman tomorrow. I'd hire her tomorrow.
Yeah.
because she's a very hard worker.
She's got stuck. Yeah.
She wants to work, but I think they finally worked. But she's like, I mean, I don't blame her. Take the damn thing back or fix the son of a bitch. It's a Toyota. I mean, here's the prime example. People, these car dealerships. I mean, if I'm selling cars, me and you tomorrow, we're going to sell a car. We'll sell it to our mother. I mean, it's going to be good for this young lady, and it's going to be right when it leaves. And I'll take care of the problem. And I'm going to change my own oil, not somebody else. So they farm it to somebody else. I mean, how in the hell, how hard is it to fill up the proper oil in the engine? You look it up and you know. How dumb are you?
They probably can't have an employee that will stay to do it.
I know, but they send it to someone who's supposed to do it. Yeah, but they send it to someone who's supposed to do it. You know, Karl's oil change. You should know how to do it. You fill the oil up correctly and you give it back to the company. That's just dumb that you don't know how to fill. I mean, that's what they do. They're whoever they're giving it to. I go to Valvoline all the time. They fill up my vehicle and they know how many gallons go in there and they're done. I've never had a problem because they know what they're doing. You know.
Yeah.
It's too bad. She calmed down and she had to go to work today, whatever. It's too bad that she's getting screwed, but she's a resilient young lady and she's a sweetheart, and I hope her all the best in the world.
Me as well. She is awesome.
Yeah, she'd be.
I remember the first video I watched of her. She was like in her house with all the boxes and she's moving out.
Well, she actually said
she's going to go live in a van. I'm like, this is going to be cool.
Yeah, well, she wants to drive around her car now and live in her car. It's like, no, honey. If you want to do that, go. You got to get something you can drive around in, like a van or something. Not a car. Not a car.
Get a van back if you want to do that.
You don't live in your car. The Huss does that in her when she goes video and she has like a 4-wheel drive. She sleeps in the back. It's kind of a basic, but she got her video demonetized in Colombia, which I'm not surprised. She took forever to edit the damn thing, and it got demonetized on her. She's doing a live stream tonight, so that's going to be money tonight. She's doing a live stream. People will give her money tonight. If you pop in, you watch. People give her money. She'll get like $400 to you watch. People will give her money tonight. She'll be live tonight.
Like you said, we don't care. People want to give her money, give her money.
Oh, they're going to trust me tonight. People love to give her money because she'll get 300-500 people, and it will roll through. The people will give her money. Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Because the one video she did got demonetized by YouTube. So because she showed I think she called marijuana plant, and then she showed a coke plant, and then she showed some dead body or something or whatever. The guy whatever. So which I knew I saw that in the video. I'm like, you're gonna get screwed. And sure as shit, I saw it on Facebook that it got demonetized. You know, and she did all that work on it, and guess what? She gets nothing. So.
Yeah, like with my channel, I think I make 2 days pay a month.
Right. I was listening to a Slab City a documentary. It was like a 30-minute documentary. I like coming here because I don't want to be told what to do. It's like, okay, you know, it's like, yeah, okay. You know, it's like, okay, good luck with all that. You know, if they want to come to Slab City, they can do whatever the hell they please. It's like, yeah, I get it, but you still have to try to follow the laws, you know.
That's why there's people living in gated communities.
Exactly.
So they don't have to live with that dude.
Exactly, but it's just kind of funny how these people in the Slab City is just a bunch of degenerates. And I guarantee it, BlindViews will probably do a video about Tater, because I saw the thumbnail that it's the truck, if it's too long, I mean the bus. You know what I'm saying? So he'll probably do a video on that.
I don't know if that's legal.
What?
That could be too long. I'm not sure if that's legal or not.
Well, he is gonna get busted. They're gonna, when they pull his young ass over, they're gonna ask him if he's air braked, if he's got endorsement. I don't think he realizes that. I don't think because they told him about the Class B, but someday they're gonna put him on a scale. And they're going to say you're over 10,000 pounds. You need, you know, you know what's going to happen? He's going to bypass a weigh station.
Yeah, because the bus itself is heavy as shit.
Yeah,
without anything in it.
Correct. He's going to find out the hard way. He's going to get pulled over. The guys, because they'll do that. They'll pull you over just to look at you, and then they'll go, "What kind of brakes? Do you have a diesel? You have air brakes? Do you have your endorsement?" No. You know what they're going to do? Either you got 30 days or they'll tow the son of a bitch. Just depends how pissed off the guy is and how he.
Oh no! If they pull him over and he doesn't pass anything, it stays there, and he's got 24 hours, or they have it impounded.
Well, especially if he's on the highway, they'll just tow him. If he's on the point on the highway, they'll tow him.
The person that's going to pull him over is probably going to be a state trooper.
Correct.
Knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but he'll
a city cop or a county cop probably not going to want to bother with it. Just figure he's going through town. He's not his problem anymore.
Right. But
a state cop's going to be like, you can't come into our state with this kind of crap.
Right, and he I don't think he realized he's going to hit something. You know he is. You just don't drive around in a bus with a trailer. I've drove trailers on my job. We will go pick something up, and I get it. I've done that stuff. It's a whole different kettle of fish because you got to swing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can go look at the code and see how long it is for the state, but that might be too long for a combination vehicle.
Yeah, see, and trust me, BlindViews will figure that out and talk about it. He'll say something about it to give the hint to call the state on him. You know what I'm saying?
And it's different for every state because he's a recreational vehicle.
Correct.
If he had a DOT number or something like that, then that's uniform. Correct. You can drive in all 50 states. But recreational vehicles, it's different every state.
There was a very good article that more and more people are buying fifth wheels and not buying the big motorhomes because they're too difficult to drive. And because you got to pull a car behind you, you know what I'm saying? So people are realizing.
And there's rules about triple towing. Because some people will tow a fifth wheel and then tow something on the fifth wheel.
And then I've seen one guy, he had a like Carolina RV has the B kind, whatever. And then he had a vehicle and then he had a boat. So he was hauling two things. That to me is dangerous. But
yeah, triple towing, it's allowed, but there's a lot of rules about it.
Correct. If he continues to screw around, a state trooper will just look at it. I'm gonna pull this guy over and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and he's got a motorcycle in that trailer, so that trailer's probably overloaded.
Correct.
Because I'm sure it's not just his motorcycle. It probably has a bunch of other shit in there.
Right. No, I don't want to see it get pulled over.
We're not BlindViews. We're like, we don't give a shit.
And you know that, I saw the picture of the thing from above. I just happened to see the thumbnail. You know it's trash. So he must have done a what we're gonna call it, a drone video, because looking down.
Yeah.
So if he did do a drone video, there was one person in BlindViews like, I'm gonna call the city on him. It's like, oh please.
It was too high not to be not a drone.
Oh, did he do a drone?
He must have done a drone.
Okay, I just saw the picture. I'm like, he did a drone video probably. So it
was pretty high. It was like 100 feet up in the air, so that had to be a drone. He doesn't have a vantage point.
Right. But I don't care. I don't want to see the guy all of a sudden they tow his bus on the highway. And he can't get it done, especially if at the tow station, they'll let it sit for 24 hours. You don't fix it, guess what? They tow it. Then you're screwed. When they tow the son of a bitch, you're talking $300 alone just to hook that sucker up. Plus, every day it's in the repo shot. You're talking about, and then all the BS he's got to do. It's about $1,000 ordeal. You know what I'm saying?
All that money he's spending on that, if he goes traveling 8 times a year, he could stay in a $300 a night hotel room and save money.
Yeah, that bus thing was something he always wanted, and I get it. I'm not against that, but it's a waste of good suffering because you just can't park that thing anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. You just can't park. And
the guy put that trailer on it. You can't park it. I mean, he's showing off that he can back it up, but. He's out in the desert with nothing on either side, no walls or anything, and he's
correct. So when he wants to go somewhere, you go into a town, you want to have dinner, you better have a big parking lot somewhere to park that son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
And then the landowner's not going to want that shit on their land. He's going to have to park on the street.
Correct. Even Carolina RV one day, she was in some town. I happened to watch a video, and she's trying to find a spot to park her Class B. Trying to find a spot. She's got the basic Class B, the basic one. It's nice. And she's trying to find a spot to park it because it's big. And a bus is not something you just park in a Burger King parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you might have someone run out and say, "What? Why the hell are you parking that big ass thing in my lot?"
Exactly. So yeah, it's then he doesn't like it's not fair if something goes wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's good to see Dan. It's good to see New York Dan down there, hanging out down there. It's good to see him down there trolling. It's hilarious as hell.
It's funny. He's making drama. He's got people watching. He's just staying down there, getting more and more views. And the longer it takes, the better he'll do money wise. If you want to make your money off of YouTube, I guess.
Right. I think it's hilarious. Trying to find him and stalking him. It's hilarious as hell because I happen to see it. I go look at his titles at Sarasota. I go look once when I don't watch it. I just look at the titles and he said he was going to play golf. I'm like, oh, okay. So
he's giving me the idea of when next year when it gets cold as shit in February, just to buzz down, take a vacation, and film it all. I'm gonna pay vacation to go visit Sarasota Tim and have him run for me.
Right.
That'll be fun. I don't know if I'll still be doing this then or not.
Right. So
how long can I keep this up?
So do you think BlindViews is triggered by going outside, walking around? What do you think? Do you think he's triggered?
Well, he's done it before. He did it before. He doesn't. He does all the production, and people point and shoot. People that point and shoot get the same amount of views. And so, if you were him, you'd be like, "Well, why the fuck am I doing all this shit?" If nobody cares.
Right.
But he's coming to the wrong conclusion.
Correct. Yeah.
People care about the content, what's being said, who you are, and what you're talking about. You as a person and how you put it together, it doesn't really matter.
Correct. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. I just think it's hilarious. I really do. The whine and the pissing.
He's really upset. Shit is just not going his way.
Right. Well, especially if she continues to live stream. It's gonna piss him off.
This country's starting to fragment.
Yeah.
His subjects are starting to go their own way.
Right.
Yeah, but the funny thing is the last one I listened at 2 times speed, and it was easy to follow. And so I got done with the show in an hour.
Right.
Because I never realized how much he pauses, and then he pauses to read, and then he doesn't really talk fast.
Right. Yeah, he's gonna. But a lot of it's just him. Is just reading. He reads. He looks at stuff and he reads it, and then again when he comes in, hello everybody. It's the morning. It's the evening coffee thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, and but no, to walk around town and he does not look good in the sun. It's just not his gift. But people like to point and shoot and make it very, very simple. That's the way it works, That's the way it works with people. That's their business. They want to do that stuff. I'm not going to waste good suffering on that behavior. So, but I think it's absolutely hilarious that what's her name? But she's going to find out. I made a comment down below, and she responded back. I'm like, I'm sorry, honey. You're going to realize you're going to waste good money, and people are giving her money to do that dirty work. It's like, no. Because people are now going to expect her to continue on. They're going to expect her to continue on. Then she's going to realize it's.
Well, if she doesn't, they're like, "Well, I paid money for you to do this."
Exactly. Well, just like what I told you, Daily Woo had his own. What do they call that? It's what's the Patreon? And he finally got rid of it because people were complaining that they wanted more stuff because they're paying for his content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
I think she'd be better off
Sure.
just taking the money and putting it in technology so she can make her product better. If she, because she's obviously doing it, she wants to grow. She wants to do that. I'm like, once I got up to 1,000, I don't give a shit if it goes up or down or left or right. It don't matter. I'm just having fun.
But once you're bought and paid for by people, and you do that, you do the whatever you want to call it. You do this. What's the word I'm trying to think here? When you start doing the membership stuff, and they're going to expect more stuff from you and all that stuff. And it's like you. Both my channels, free of charge. You want to come over and talk about it? Come over and watch it. But I told you,
exactly.
Carpetbaggers like that. He has he always asks for money, and people give him money, and then he'll do a post like, "Where do you want me to go?" You know what I'm saying? Because so people will tell him where you want him to go. He'll ask a question, so he gets people involved. It's like
that dude that was asking me, I can't hold a job, and we should get on the podcast. I'm like, dude, what about if I decide I don't like this job anymore and I quit this job? Then I'm not here for you to rag on me.
Right. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
I don't really consider it a job, but I never planned on just always doing it for free.
Well, the people that I love his down below, that Grifters Anonymous, he changed his channel. People down there pissing and moaning. It's like, they whine, they piss, and they moan, right? And it's like,
but he's doing what he wants.
Right, and that he's dying on his feet. I think he listened to me when I did that video on him, and I said, listen, do what you need to do. Don't worry about these stupid haters. Let them come bitch,
I don't agree with what all he's saying, but I love the fact that he's saying it. I like how he says it.
I agree, but all the haters out there, all the white hats for BlindViews, they're brainwashed by his young ass. That's what
that wouldn't make me stop having a beer with him and just chatting.
No, I think he's a cool guy. He's a nice. He's a grown ass man. He turned on the hater, and then people were. I stopped. I unsubscribed. You don't. That just tells me you're going to listen to the guy. You will. It's like, I don't subscribe to BlindViews. I don't need to. I know where he's at. If I want to go find him, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to. I can go find his young ass. It's like Tater. The first time I ever heard him is when he bought the bus, and it got recommended to me. And then all of a sudden, BlindViews came up, and I'm like, oh, okay. Then the Sarasota Tim all kind of became to be, I'm like, oh, okay. All this hater community, you came up, and everybody else, because I just happened to listen to his bus, and the guy bought a bus, and he was all excited about it. I'm like, okay, great, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, BlindViews came up, and I'm like, oh, okay, this guy is just a one-trick pony. And I looked at the guy, and I told a buddy at work who's a big Kiss fan. I go, who does that look like? He goes, that looks like Ace Frehley. And I go, absolutely. He's a big Kiss fan, the guy I work with. He's huge.
Yeah, if I was going to do editing, I would get a picture of Ace Frehley and get a picture of him and put them side by side.
Oh, God.
And say, hey.
Well, same thing with BlindViews. The old Nazi, the brown shirts. They should put a picture of him with the brown shirts, with a brown shirt on him, because, he's pissing and moaning, and he's supporting Donald J. Trump and his behaviors. And it's like, because when I was talking on the radio, I was talking on the phone with you. I was coming down 100, and people were putting up on the pedestrians, save the VA, because they're getting rid of people at the VA over there in Minneapolis, who's already understaffed, and they treat a lot of people from all over the 4 states, and they're getting rid of people over there, and they're so it's people don't realize they're screwing people's families and houses. All this cutting like this,
Yeah, everybody wants a prison, but they don't want it in their town, and everybody wants a nuclear power plant, but they don't want it in their town.
Right, I understand.
That's just and that nuclear waste that went to Nevada, where they dug out that mountain. Mm-hmm. All the states are like, oh, you want to put it in Nevada? Oh, we're all cool with that. Nevada, you can have all the nuclear waste. Here you go. Have fun. It's going to be toxic for a gazillion years.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Yep. Well, we're going to go have some Chinese. I appreciate you calling the show. And
all right.
And we'll talk to you later. You be good and tell the miss I said hello. And you need to cut your hair, and you need to be respectful to keep your job. That's all I'm saying. Okay?
I know I got to start learning how to hold a job. I know how to get a job. I just can't hold on.
Yeah, you see, guys, he got in trouble. He was calling, hitting on women left and right, and hitting on gay men. They just couldn't handle it, the job. And he was working at, okay, guys, he was working at the local Walmart. Okay, that's what he was doing. That was his job. The cat's out of the bag. He got caught shoplifting clothes and underwear. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, that's the truth. Okay, I mean, that's the way she goes.
Trying on women's clothes in the restroom.
Yeah, and he got busted. It's not a big deal. It's a free country. What's the big deal? No big deal. Hanging out.
It's already up there.
All right, my friend.
I'm good. Thank you.
I'll talk to you later, my friend.
All right, I'll see you.
There he goes, Karl with a K. Out the door he goes. We are going to go have some Chinese, and we appreciate people that troll it. Build a bridge and get over it, man. And we always appreciate that. But remember, the military and the armed forces of all the branches. We said before, they stormed those beaches. They've done it for us. 1 and 2, snap! The next the crowd's in. They freed the Jews. That's right. 1 and 2, forgotten war, Vietnam, 50,000 plus. Oh man, there's so many wars out there, and they all hate us. They all want to come here. That's right. People are dying drowning in the oceans, dying in the desert to come here and work hard. And I understand. I want people to come here legally, but the hunch, it is what it is. But remember, the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Merchant, and the National Guard, Coast Guard, they're in and on uniform. We thank you so much to serve this country. A little nothing all. You guys do everything for it. We appreciate you. Always, always do. We be speaking German or Japanese. Make good choices in your life. Your choices. You're wrong with bad people. Well, guess what? You'll be poor people. You'll be committing crimes, whatever else. Okay? I don't want poor people. God bless working class men and women blue. Don't like a cop, call a crackhead. And would you shower? Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? I would not shower in the shower of Penn State. Start burning Catholic churches to the ground for the behaviors of the Boy Scouts. Be a mentor. You see something, please say something. Don't just look and idly walk by. Your community comes first. Let's not send money overseas. God bless Ukraine. Also, call someone or you will murder somebody. Pick up the phone. Too much to drink. I get it. You want to drink, but don't drive. I'm sick and tired of these DWIs. Just stupid, man. You're just dumb. But anyways, on this beautiful Friday night, the 14th day, it is St. Patrick Way weekend. And people will drink and they'll act like idiots and they'll be orange jumpsuits Tuesday morning. Trust me. And all of a sudden, you are a convicted felon in Canada. All right? That's what happens. They say, we don't want you here. That's the way it is in lovely Canada. It'd be nice to be the 51st state. Canada's beautiful. It's great. I mean, Puerto Rico would be a nice 51st state. It'd be sweet. Even for that, just buy Mexico. It'd be even better. It'd be kind of like a Florida/California. And then we can wall off the other companies that are coming in there and whatever else. But anyways, if you're Mongrel Radio, poor side, great state of Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes plus a couple on a beautiful weekend. Supposed to rain this weekend, but it is what it is. Rail fanning galore, BlindViews triggered. Oh God, just life in vibe. It is what it is, girlfriend. It is what it is. You're not good suffering, wasting good suffering. But you guys from the outskirts, fear mongering. We spread fear and cheer throughout the world. We hope all is good. Because I'm good and I feel fun. I feel sexy and free and outrageous and contagious. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo! See y'all later. Ladies and gentlemen, Fear Mongering Radio. Heading down the road. Hope you enjoyed an hour and 20-minute audio version. Thank you, Karl with a K. Everybody, stay triggered. Stay happy. I'll see y'all later, man, because I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo! My name is Alan Hernandez. We are out.